Welcome to My Skeptical Sister.
I'm Megan, the phlegmy one.
Oh, no, I'm Erin with no voice.
Oh no!
I mean, the believer. What do I
Yeah.
say? I'm Erin the believer.
And I'm Megan, the skeptical one.
Okay, you threw me off.
Sorry, but we're both sick. We're sickly folk.
I know. Angie sent me a video saying that she was recovering. She had a little accident.
Oh no.
Yes, so she was listening to our podcast from the beginning, and it was lulling her to sleep.
Oh, okay, but our podcast didn't cause her to have the accident.
No. Okay. Our podcast saved her from the boredom.
Oh, that's so nice.
She didn't
Angie.
say that part. But she did say, your voices are so relaxing. You should have like a sleep podcast.
Oh, that's funny.
She won't feel that way after this one. All that hacking and scratching voice. Well, you told me you were too tired to record tonight.
Yeah, sorry.
So then I was like, okay, great. I planned out my whole night. I was like, I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to watch the rest of this dumb show that I'm watching.
Mm-hmm.
I went to go take a shower after I confirmed with you. Okay, so Wednesday, I had my pants off.
You didn't? No, you said, so Wednesday, question mark. I didn't confirm it back.
I waited a long time.
Oh, well, you know me.
Yeah, I do. So I was like, I better just go ahead and shower.
Oh, no.
I took my pants off.
Oh.
Ready to, I'm getting, and then you send the message, no, I'll be over in 2 minutes. I was like, oh my gosh, I got to put pants back on, which also, I'm going to admit something here.
Oh my god.
Because it's just you.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
What do you think I'm going to say?
I have no idea, but whenever you say I'm going to admit this to you, I get so excited. I'm like, tell me everything.
No, I take my pants off like a child. You know how?
Okay, tell me more.
You know how little kids just take off underwear and pants at the same time?
Like just drop trowel.
Yeah, and then you see parents can you believe this? Complaining about when they're separating the underwear and pants. I'm like,
oh, I didn't
are
know.
We not supposed to do that?
I didn't know
That's how I take my pants off.
I didn't know that was a bad thing to do.
That's totally how I take my pants off. It's apparently very immature.
Well, I don't do that because you want to know something about me?
What? You don't wear underwear?
I don't wear underwear.
Ever?
Not usually. Typically, I don't. That's a lot to say.
Weird.
That's a lot to say in a podcast. Yeah, I mean, I typically don't.
Wow, I did not know that about you.
I know. That's what, it's fun. You tell me something, I tell you something. There we go.
Well, I had to tell you because this is probably weirder. Because then I thought, I got to put my pants back on, and they were already all together. So I'll just put them on all at one time.
There you go.
Save a step.
Perfect.
I might have them on backwards. They feel weird. So I'm wiggling. I've got a weird wedgie happening. I don't know.
I love it. Also, this is for the Patreons.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk the Commando and all that.
Okay.
I don't mind that small little group knowing that I'm Commando. I feel comfortable with them knowing. All of a sudden I was like, oh man, just anybody can listen to this podcast. Future bosses, anybody. So Patreons.
It's not illegal to be Commando.
It's not illegal. It's just a lot of information to give out there, all loosey-goosey, and here you go. Yeah, okay. I don't know why. I just, at one point in my life, I just decided these are unnecessary.
Okay.
And so I just don't.
All right.
I mean, there's a certain time. We can all guess what time of the month I do.
Yeah.
But most of the time, other than that, I don't. I'm like, whatever. It's all good to go. Let's rock and roll.
You must save so much money on underwear.
I have 4 pair.
Oh my gosh, that blows my mind.
Yeah.
I think I have 15 pair of underwear.
You want to know what is also really funny is that I know James must know this about me. He must. But we've never had a conversation about it. And that man wears underwear every single day.
Huh.
You think he thinks it's weird? And he's like, it's just something I will never talk to her about. I think it's weird that he's never brought it up to me.
Oh, now I think it's weird.
Yeah, it's strange that he's clearly noticed. He has to notice.
How would he notice?
Well, I mean, he knows how much laundry I have. He's done my laundry. There's never underwear.
He just thinks you don't change it.
Oh, no, I need to tell him.
He's like, I shouldn't
But
talk about it.
There's sometimes a hand someplace, and there's not anything in the way.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
Now we need a story to start this episode.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so I'm so excited because this is one of our favorite authors. This story is from the lovely
Yum.
The Mindy. That's what.
Oh my god.
You're gonna make me pee my pants.
Oh no.
Okay. Mindy wrote us in. And we don't call her Mindy. We call her Magnificent Mindy. Okay. So, and the Magnificent Mindy's title is It a Haint or Is It Ain't?
Is it a haint?
Have you not heard of a haint?
No,
Haint?
Sounds like
dirty?
Yeah.
Like you think like taint.
Yeah.
Taint. Girl, if anything can be dirty, you'll make it dirty.
Well, what is it?
I'm gonna read it. We've covered this before, but I'll read it to you again.
Okay.
Okay. So a haint stop is a ghost, a supernatural being, alternative form of haunt.
Oh, okay. I do kind of remember that.
Yeah. Haint is an old Southern word for a specific type of ghost or evil spirit from the Carolina coast.
Oh.
I think you say Carolina. You say Carolina coast.
Okay.
But found in tales from various regions of the South. Belief in haints probably originated with the Gullah Geechee people. Wow.
Oh.
Descendants of African slaves in the Carolina Low Country and Barrier Islands.
You can tell she's a middle school teacher, right?
Right. She's so smart. Okay. So I still like the title. I think that's funny. Is it a haint or is it ain't?
Especially now that I know what she's talking about.
Right. Now that you know what a haint is.
It makes me think of my favorite joke from Weeds.
Oh,
where
gosh, here we go.
Her brother-in-law and I don't know, some other guy, I don't remember who she was talking to, were sitting on the couch, like on the corner of the couch, and in an armchair, and they were trying to think of the word taint, or they were arguing about it or something, and they asked the maid, they were like, what is the word for that thing between the asshole and the penis? And she goes, the coffee table. It was between them. Oh, it made me laugh so hard.
Oh, that was a good show.
It
drug on there for a while. Yeah. I always hate when they have a good show and then they try so hard to make it go so long.
Yeah. Oh no, is that us?
It might be.
Oh no.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You tell us.
Yeah, and listen, we won't take it personally. I mean, it's a personal thing to say, but listen, we'll say, okay, all right. All right, to start off, no, Megan, it isn't a squatter.
All right, love it.
Listen, Mindy. Although Mindy has explained, because I've said that before in her last story, that her house, there's no way a squatter could be in her house.
Yes.
So, okay, I'll give you that, Mindy. I won't go squatter, I promise. Although I can't promise, but I'll say that I'll try really hard not to go squatter.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Know your limits.
Thank you. My house is teeny tiny, and there is no room for anybody else to hide without me knowing. All right, let's get to it. About a week ago, I decided to tackle my monthly project of folding all our laundry and putting it away so I can lie to myself for a whole 2 days and believe that I'm not the messy little troll that I truly am. Oh, Mindy, I love this for so many reasons. The honesty of like, yeah, our house is filled with laundry. The other day I did laundry. I never have a day when I don't do laundry.
Yeah, that's weird to me. I do laundry on Saturday and Sunday.
It's constant. But what happens if you get really busy on Saturday and Sunday?
I don't know. I don't understand this dilemma.
Oh, gosh.
Isn't it so judgmental? I know a lot of people spread it out, but I don't.
Yeah, I like this. She does it once a month.
Oh,
like then what do you do?
I don't know. I don't have enough clothes.
Well, I don't have that underwear problem.
That's true. Do you have enough pants? So gross.
Oh yeah. No, see, I'd have to do laundry. I don't have 30 pairs of pants, that's for sure. So yeah, I do laundry all the time. In our bedroom, I had all the clothes piled on my side of our bed to sort. As I was sorting them, I felt something nudge my foot. Out of reaction, I jerked my foot back since I wasn't expecting it. Then I thought, oh, it must have been my dog, Pip. Remember how much we love that name?
Yes. Sweet now Pip. I've seen pictures of Pip. So cute.
So cute. Since she likes to hide under the bed a lot, I grabbed my phone and turned on my flashlight, and I put it under the bed, which to my surprise did not show her cute little face. There was nothing there.
Oh, so something nudged her from under the bed?
So imagine she's standing at her bed. Her feet are kind of like underneath the bed. Classic horror movie scene.
Absolutely.
You can see the camera view.
Yeah.
Her toes are like, they're probably kind of drumming along to some music. Yes. Yeah. And then something nudges her. She like jerks back and thinks, oh, it must be the dog.
Yeah.
Leans down to look underneath there. There's nothing there.
Mm.
I walked into the living room and Pip was snuggled on the couch. I got full body chills. How weird, right? I hate the feeling of standing by my bed, and this just made it way worse.
Why do you hate the feeling of standing by your bed?
Because of those horror movies. Because of that exact...
Does she have an ominous feeling near her bed, though?
You don't?
No.
Like, my bed is on the ground, so I don't feel that at all. No. But if I'm standing, like, close to a bed and the thought goes through my head, like, ooh, what if something's under this bed?
Oh, my gosh. I don't ever think like that.
You don't ever think that way?
No.
You're gonna now.
You jerk. You're both jerks.
As I walked to the kitchen to get more hangers, one of our... Okay, this gets weird.
All I could think of as I walked through the... Sorry. Let me start.
Sorry, Mindy. As I walked through the kitchen to get more hangers, one of our... Sorry, all I can hear is... I was like, and I kept telling myself in the back of my mind, just push through. You thought I was going to do it too, didn't you?
I kind of did. I was waiting for it.
Nope. Then I see Coolio and...
Been spending most of my life living in a gangster's paradise.
Oh, such a good song. Okay. Aaron. As I walked through the valley of the shadow of death... Okay, hold on. As I walked through the kitchen to get more hangers, one of our bottom cabinet drawers opened all the way as I passed through.
My gosh.
Nobody was in the kitchen. My husband was not home. I just about crapped my pants.
Oh.
Good thing she's doing laundry, though. There's plenty of clean ones around.
That's true.
Just grab that clean pair and go. I know we already have a theory about residual spirits, but for it to touch my foot, that's in all capitals, really grosses me out. What are your thoughts? Love y'all, Magnificent Mindy.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not going to lie. When you first started and she got a nudge on her foot, my first thought was sometimes I bump into things.
Yeah.
And my thought is, did something did something reach out to me?
Probably because you're so lost in thought somewhere along, like, and then you're like, oh, that was, I like, you come back in, you tune back in.
Right. But then I'm usually like, oh no, I just bumped into that. So that was my first thought.
My thought was there's so much laundry and it's piled up that there might have been something in the laundry, like a phone or something, and maybe it like slid down, and you look down, you don't see anything. It looks like laundry is all around you, but there was something in the laundry that nudged you.
Yeah, but I can't explain that drawer. So have fun with that.
Okay, I want Mindy to tell me, like, she saw it with her eyes come out.
That's what it sounds like.
And where was Pip?
On the couch asleep.
Well, the first time she checked, but now she's walking through. Are there any other animals in the house? Are there squirrels? Is there some sort of animal that could get behind that cabinet? Just picture the cutest, roundest little squirrel. His little legs like, he's like trying so hard. Yeah, but
from someone who has had a rodent
cartoon squirrel. Aaron, he doesn't make sound. Oh, he's so
that's
cute,
more believable.
But something behind there, a possum, something that's kind of like wiggling and trying to make room.
You would hear it. I'm telling you, you would hear it.
I don't know. Not if you're like, holy shit, and you're just like watching that cabinet.
No, your senses.
But then you're like, you slam it shut. Ugh.
Oh, gross. Your senses are heightened. You're not like less aware of the sound it would be making.
Okay. I don't know.
When you're scared, it's all senses on board.
Okay. I'm just thinking that it could be some sort of rodent or something nudging its way through.
I'm here to tell you that you're wrong, and it's not.
Well, you could.
No.
You could say that, but I'm probably right.
No. Okay. Perfect story. Totally a ghost.
Yeah. Totally
Time
a rodent.
to move.
Could have been a rodent, nudged your foot, trying to get your attention. Ooh. It's like, hey, and then you like ignore it, and it's like, I'm hungry. So then it goes behind the cabinet and pushes it out.
It ain't happening.
How long have you been waiting for that?
I just thought of it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's shocking.
Okay. All right. Well, I think it's my turn. Thank you, Mindy.
All right. Thanks, Mindy, as always.
Thank you, Mindy.
I thought you'd be taking that out, but I guess not. Here
nope.
we go. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to read a story from Elena.
Oh, hi, Elena.
And it says the subject is, those Rocky Mountains are haunted as hell.
Oh, Ooh, what about the oysters?
Rocky Mountain oysters. Those are balls, right?
Yeah, we've talked about it before on here.
When I was a kid, the Boykins, I don't know if I'm allowed to say last names here, but I'm sure they don't listen. Plus, that's such a fun last name.
Thought about the Boykins in so long.
They loved the Colorado Rockies, like the baseball team.
Oh, okay.
And because I have an obsessive personality, I then too made it my entire personality.
So you joined their cult.
I did. I had a Rockies hat.
I remember that hat.
Why? I didn't even like baseball that much, but man, I wore that all the time. And I was like, they're my team.
You joined their cult.
I did. I'm very persuasive. I'm persuadable? What do you say?
Persuasive. But also, you're also putting it out there every week.
I know.
So someone with not the best intentions is going to be like, we can get this one.
You can't. I run everything past you, and you won't let me do it.
Very
Plus,
true.
Kevin won't either. He's like, I don't think it. But if I wasn't, I probably would have never met Kevin. That was a weird way I met him. And I did.
Have you told everybody how you met him?
I'm not getting into it right now.
Girl, I told the whole world that I go Commando, and you're not going to tell everybody that you met your husband on hotornot.com.
First of all, the whole world are like piddly little podcasts.
The whole 200 people in this world that listen to us.
That's 300.
The whole 300 people in this world that listen to us.
I met my husband.
A lot of people. It's a lot of people.
It is a lot of people. I met my husband on Hot or Not. It is embarrassing. It was a website a long time ago. I don't think it's around now.
I just think that because you are one of the least shallow people that I know.
Yeah, I was blackmailed into it.
It's just so funny that
He wasn't.
Oh, it's just comical.
Oh, it's so comical. Nice that you think I'm one of the least shallow people you know.
I don't think you're shallow at all.
Thank you.
And then nice for you to sit there and be like, gonna get my man on hotornot.com.
No, my friend Andrea, I made fun of her a lot for being on there. And she was like,
men are really hot. You should try it out.
Yeah, you can rate them. She was like,
awful. No. What is wrong with our world? That's awful.
I know. I mean, it was like early 2000s.
Still, I'm sure there's somewhere you could still go and rate somebody.
Yeah, I think you just
horrible.
Comment now. You just are like abrupt, like, get off the internet.
Ew, you look like shit. That's horrible.
That's pretty much it.
That's awful.
Yeah, people got less scared. Like, at least there was a little bit of a
buffer, yeah.
Yeah. So no, that's where I met him. It was embarrassing. I had to convince our parents to let me go.
Yeah.
I met him in Dayton, Ohio.
Well,
halfway.
Yeah, he's from Canada. So, and then Erin tells us that she's dating a guy on the internet, and this was, of course, back when that was brand new.
It wasn't really happening.
So Dad and I buckled down. We're like, you are about to get murdered.
Dad kept going, yeah, he looks like a serial killer. You're not going to go.
Listen, I love you, Kevin, but a little bit.
Yeah, he's a little Dahmer-like. He's just kind of quiet. He's very skinny. Back then, especially, like, it hurt to hug him.
Yeah.
It was so skinny.
But he was hot.
He was so cute. He had the cutest smile.
Yeah.
And he could tell me about Degrassi.
Okay.
Because he's Canadian.
Yes. We're telling the whole story. I just thought.
Well, you got to know why I said yes to him. That was the only reason. Okay. We're moving on.
Okay.
All right. Back to
Let's hear
those Rocky Mountains are haunted as hell.
Oh, yeah. I've totally forgot. How in the world?
You started it.
Oh, did not. You told us a weird story about a hat. Go ahead.
Hey, my fave sisters.
Aw. Hi, our fave Elena.
I'm laying in my hammock in my favorite park, so I figured it was a great time to write about my experience in the Colorado Rockies, otherwise known as my dream. One day in 2018, I was scrolling through Facebook and came across an event for a group of paranormal investigation in a small mountain town a few hours away.
Ooh.
This got me so excited that I immediately got 2 tickets, not knowing who I was going to bring, but I'd find someone.
Nice.
I want a friend like Elena.
Yeah, right?
A few weeks pass, and the event happens in Cripple Creek, Colorado, at the former jail.
Cripple Creek.
Is this happening from your soul? What is that?
That's the song, Cripple Creek.
I've never heard it.
What? We're back. If you would like to go listen to Cripple Creek, Up on Cripple Creek, it's by The Band.
The band is called The Band?
The band is called
That's
The Band.
Presumptuous.
There. The Band.
All right. Okay. The town has a rich mining history, and often the men and women were jailed for petty crimes.
Ooh.
There was a strike in Cripple Creek that miners led for better pay. It made the town go crazy, resulting in the small jail being overturned with prisoners. I bring along my skeptical friend, and we take in the old, well-preserved building. The event starts in the main cell block where the men would have been housed. It's 2 floors with 1 cell as solitary confinement on the top floor. It's a freestanding unit as the cell block doesn't touch any exterior wall or ceiling.
What? So it's in the middle of a room?
Yeah, I think you walk up the stairs and it's just like a cell all by itself.
Ooh, that's weird.
I know.
In the middle of a room.
Yeah.
Ugh, I don't like that.
I know. I'd love to see a picture because what I'm picturing is really creepy.
Yeah.
As the night goes on, nothing too crazy is happening. Creaks and knocks, but not much of anything else. Then, on a break from investigating, I start taking a video on my phone of the main cell block, mostly for my own memory. There are still etchings on the wall with colorful language and other ramblings.
She should have sketched my skeptical sister in there.
Once we make it up to the 2nd floor, something I can't explain happens to my recording. The screen is flashing like the lights are on strobe mode. Ooh. They weren't. They were just normal gallery lights illuminating the entrance to the 2nd floor cells. I walk into the cell block and it stops after I get closer to solitary confinement. I get the most unsettling feeling from standing outside solitary, but I still wanted to go in there, but armed with a good working flashlight. My skeptical friend can't make sense of this, neither can anyone else in the group. Since this video was taken, I've shown it to several different groups of paranormal believers and skeptics. No one has said the same thing. I love showing it and getting a different reaction each time. I'll attach the link to this clip. I can't wait to hear the debunk. And it's a YouTube clip. She's got it posted.
Oh, wow. Very cool. So I guess we can share it. Well, this might answer my question, but she's recording it, which means she can also see it. Could she see, in the phone, it's strobe lighting?
I think so.
But then, in real life, it's not.
Right. That's what I read. It is.
Okay. That's called a glitch in your phone. But okay, let's see the YouTube video.
Oh, you want to go ahead and watch it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely think that it is her phone adjusting to the different settings of light.
Yeah.
I feel like I have seen that happen with a phone before, not in a solitary confinement, strange, scary situation. And I think it's, at one point she does stop, but she's looking down a hallway with lots of different levels of light. At one end of the hallway, it's really dark. And then at the other, closest to the camera, it's really light. And then there's variations throughout. Yeah. So I think it's the camera flipping lenses of which light do I go to?
Well, I just like that right when you said it's only happening when she's moving around. As soon as she steadies herself, it's bop, 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 lots of flickering.
Yeah, down a long corridor with lots of different levels of light. Makes sense.
Okay, all right. We're going to post that reaction on our Patreon. If you want to hear that, that'll be one of our bonus Patreon. Elena, I'll just send you our reaction. The following year, I went back to Cripple Creek, but with my believer, empathic best friend. Let me tell you, we had the craziest night to date doing investigations.
Really?
The craziest night.
What?
Instead of the jail, we were at Hotel St. Nicholas. Is that in your song?
I don't know. Let me sing
it. That's been in the town since 1898.
Wow.
So it's seen some shit.
I bet.
In 1899, there was a fire in the neighborhood town of Victor. All existing hotels were commandeered as hospitals to treat the burn victims, including Hotel St. Nicholas. Now to the day we arrived. We stepped into the room we would be sleeping in, and immediately we hear 2 women talking clearly enough that we think the room next door has 2 women talking in real life. My bestie makes a comment about them being noisy, and later we forget about it happening. Later that night, we start the investigation with our group of around 8 to 10 people. We use the spirit box, and then in parentheses, radio scanning all the stations, AM and FM, fast enough to not hear the actual station.
Oh, thank you, Elena.
Yeah. The theory is that spirits can manipulate the white noise to create intelligent answers. I've used that when I was in Savannah. To communicate as well as a flashlight. So do you know the flashlight trick? We've talked about it.
Yes, I think it's exactly what you called it, a trick.
Oh,
go ahead.
Don't you change the words in my mouth. Okay.
You literally said the word trick.
I didn't mean that.
Mm-hmm.
They were set up in the bathroom on the back of the toilet. Everyone was sitting around the bed and standing in the bedroom. We introduced ourselves and start asking questions. From the start, we get intelligent answers. We hear, thanks for coming, hello, nice to meet you, that sort of thing. This session lasts close to an hour. The entire time, we get responses that make sense. And then in parentheses, Megan, I can hear the debunk now. How do you know it's not a hoax?
Exactly, Elena. You're paying for this service. Go ahead.
It was a spirit box that Elena has used many times before with varied results and answers.
And she doesn't think that they could somehow manipulate a radio
No,
wave?
who are these people?
People who would
Manipulating your equipment that you're bringing in?
To pick up a signal that they're sending out.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
If I thought this equipment wasn't trustworthy, I wouldn't use it.
It's not the equipment, Elena.
Drop the mic.
It's the signal.
Whatever. Okay, going back to the women we heard when we walked into the room. We had the real next door women in our room at this time. We go to their room to debunk what we heard. They jumped, shouted, and closed doors. We couldn't hear a damn thing. So they had those women go in, like, make as much noise as you can, and they can't hear anything. Even though earlier it sounded like these two women were just talking, but really loud. Interesting. Okay. So we asked the spirit box who those women were, and immediately we hear, that's us. In the same voice we heard.
It's the same people who set up the signal. No. You're on to us. Shit.
No.
Sorry, Elena. Sorry.
That's us.
She's written in so many times we're getting so close.
Oh my gosh.
Treating her like you. I'm sorry, Elena. Go ahead. Go ahead.
In the same voice we heard earlier in the day. I started asking if they were nurses. Yes. That's what they said.
But now we run this facility.
Oh my gosh. Did you treat the burn victims? Yes. I let them know I also had a hand in treating burn victims. And they said nothing. Clearly, they did not think I was as cool as I thought I was. At another point in that session, I asked if anyone knows how to get to Denver from here. Again, immediately, we hear an excited male response
of course. I know, right here. Big me, I'm a man.
Of Denver, with an exclamation point. They were really excited about Denver.
Yeah.
We start asking him if he's from Denver, and he says Nashville. Okay, he's all over the place.
That took a turn, but he knows how to get to Denver.
He does. He's excited about it.
Okay.
As the first session comes to an end, we hear the name Alice or Allison. We end up having the best form of contact with the flashlight with her. We were able to determine she was a woman around the same age as my friend and me, 25 to 30 years old at the time, and end up communicating with her for the rest of the night. We even asked her to keep the light on until we fall asleep. When we wake up the next morning, we both commented on the quality of sleep we got. I still haven't slept that good as of today.
Oh, that's weird.
I know.
That's really weird because you would think after all of that, you'd be too spooked to sleep.
I know.
Did they ask for good sleep? Were they like, hey, can you help us out with some good sleep here?
Yeah, I mean.
That's a weird thing.
They communicated with her for a long time. And they're like, hey, just leave the light on until we go to sleep.
What? Okay. That's just interesting.
You thought that night was it? Well, not even close.
Oh, girl.
My best friend caught one of the most puzzling pictures I've ever seen. I'll attach it so you can make your own opinion. A little context about this picture. This was taken in the common room we were originally meeting in at the start of the night. There is a pool table, bar, fireplace, and lots of seating.
Well, that sounds fun.
I know. My friend wanted to document as much of the night as possible, so she is taking pictures of everything. She then starts taking panoramic pictures of the room. She does one at the bar side of the room, then at the pool table side. Once the pool table pictures are done buffering, she shows me the final product. There in plain sight is a tall man with a white coat, and it's hard to see the legs. There was a mom and daughter sitting where we saw this man. We went to show them. Before we could say anything, the mom stops us and says, before you show me what you have, let me show you what I just saw.
What?
She proceeds to show us the pictures she was taking at the same time. There was a bright ball of light over the pool table where the picture of this tall-ass man was. When the man sees the picture...
The man saw the...
Nope.
Well, what was his reaction? He's like, I look pretty good.
When the mom sees the picture my friend has, she about passes out. She can't believe what she sees. We show it to everyone at the event. No one can make sense of this. No one was standing where this figure shows up, nor was anyone in this group wearing an outfit even close to what we were seeing. The event hosts were baffled and amazed. To this day, it remains one of the best pieces of evidence the hosts, my friend, or I have ever seen. The floating hand you see at the bottom of this picture is an actual human walking to the bar for another beer.
Oh, it's not a hand? Is this like from
No,
It?
at the bottom, she's like, you're going to see a floating hand. That's a real person.
Oh, okay.
Walking by.
I was like, what is like the thing?
Right.
Like thing from Wednesday?
Thanks for reading my stories, Elena. P.S. One of my many nicknames growing up was Elena Benna. That one aunt still calls me that to this day.
I love it.
Okay, so I'm going to show you the picture.
Because you remember our name for her. Elena Agena.
Elena Agena, that's right. Okay. I'm not going to lie. I'm not sure where I'm looking in this picture.
So you're telling me you don't see a hat man?
Like, maybe it's the lighting of my phone. I'm going to brighten it up. Is this what she's talking about? Is this the floating hand? I'm not real sure.
Yeah, this is the guy with the hat. So pool table. Also, here's the thing about panoramic view. Everything gets distorted. It does. Like, look at this person. That's clearly an actual person. Look how all of a sudden long they are compared to whatever. But this is, I think, the person in white with the hat that she's talking about.
I don't even remember her saying a hat. There's definitely a hat?
I'm pretty sure, unless I just inserted that into my memory, which then proves my theory also. People's brains can just make shit up all the time.
Okay, this right here, is that a person for real? Or is that a ghost?
I'm thinking that's a real person that's distorted, unless that's the ghost she's talking about.
If that's the ghost, that's the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's Slender Man.
It's so scary.
But I think that the white, it's almost like a tuxedo jacket, isn't it? It's like, oh,
stylish.
I am Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, or like
Colorado Springs.
Almost like Audrey Hepburn in a big hat, like a big...
Wait, a man in a coat. Audrey Hepburn. Where do you see Audrey Hepburn? Oh, yeah, like a little like a form fitting
waist.
Yeah, cinched is a great word. Oh yeah, she's hot.
Yeah.
Whoever that ghost is, they are styling.
Yeah, I wish my phone would show it to me better.
I think that the fact that there's a very distorted person just it like really validates the fact that panoramic views. I've never seen I've seen more panoramic pictures where things get distorted than I have panoramic, that's a hard word, panoramic pictures where things look normal.
Okay.
So to me, that could have been like, I don't know, a vase sitting on a table, and all of a sudden it like gets long and twisted a little bit, and then it's like, oh my gosh, that looks like, a person.
I don't know. What do you say about the spirit box, the flashlight? You're going to say nothing about the flashlight.
I already told you the spirit box is a signal that the host is putting out.
They're saying exactly.
Yeah, they are.
Oh my gosh.
They absolutely are, because that's how signaling and broadcasting works.
You dropped out of broadcasting so early. Don't try to claim.
No. I'm just saying you could pick up someone's signal, and they're sitting there they've got their own microphones. They're listening in on what you're doing. They send out a signal. You pick up a word.
That's quite elaborate.
Yeah, I want people to come to my business.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to make an elaborate thing. In fact, I might make it so elaborate that if you take a panoramic, good Lord, panoramic picture, I'm going to create something in the setting that's going to look distorted enough to look like a ghost every single time. And then I'm going to act shocked.
Oh my God.
Every single time. Because why?
You are so pessimistic.
Oh, that's an interesting thing to say. I mean, trust issues definitely can be a thing. But I don't think that that's a bad thing necessarily.
You can't believe in a little bit of magic?
No, Erin, magic is not real.
Oh, you're so boring in that.
Okay, it's not boring. It's just living in reality. I feel like day to day, life is pretty interesting. That you don't need magic. Shit gets real fast. And it's like, oh my gosh, cannot believe this is happening.
All right.
At least in my day-to-day life.
Well, I believe that there were ghosts in that place. And I want to go to Cripple Creek.
Up on Cripple Creek. You do.
Yeah, I don't want to go with you singing that the whole time, but I do want to go.
It's a great song. I can't remember all the lyrics, but I love it when it comes on.
Well, good.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll go with Elena though.
Yeah.
And here's the thing.
Elena, just go ahead, buy us that extra ticket.
Come on now. We'll meet you up there. Here's the thing. I do love a good ghost story, and I love being scared. And when I'm in it, I'm not trying to debunk everything because I'm like, ooh, I want to be scared, right?
Yeah.
I watched the other day, I tried to watch celebrity ghost stories.
Yeah.
I thought, ooh, that could be good. No, I was so distracted by Joan Rivers' makeup and like plastic surgery.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I cannot take her seriously. I'm so sorry. That's so judgmental. But I also thought, of course you all are telling me a story. You're celebrities. And you're like, you're going to try to get me, reel me in as much as you can.
They're like, oh, I'm embarrassed that I've got a celebrity ghost story.
No, they're like, oh, here's
I better tell it anyway.
Hold on, get lights, camera, action. Let me tell you my story.
I want to watch it now that it's Joan Rivers.
No, it's you want her to be funny, but she's not. She's just telling you her story. So you're like, you're boring, Joan.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out.
Also watched it with Blake, and he was like, "Do you know who she is?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I was like, "She's just very, very famous." Blake was like, "She is." I'm like,
"Oh, yeah." Nothing makes you feel old like the youth.
The youth will do it. That's for sure.
All right. Well, thank you, Elena.
Thank you, Elena. Again, you delivered again.
Do you want to tell that little mini Reddit story?
Yes, girl. I forgot about it. But I do want to tell it because it fits perfectly in with Mindy's story. And here it is. Oh, this was from Reddit, by the way.
Okay.
But we got permission. I always feel like that's important to say. I was shopping in our local mall. I was the only one in the store besides the workers behind the cash register. While I'm shopping, I felt a hand press against my lower back.
Ooh.
And thinking someone needs to get by me, I verbally say, "Oh, I'm sorry," and move out of the way. When I turn to look, there is not a single person anywhere near me.
Ooh.
I even did a full 180 to make sure. There's a small history of deaths within the grounds of that mall, so maybe someone was trying to reach out.
Wow. First of all, that's really scary. Second of all, don't touch my lower back if you don't know me.
Right.
Like touch my shoulder.
Or give it a go and we'll see. Depends on when I turn around what I see. Well, hey there.
Yeah, I guess it depends on who's doing the touching.
Right.
But
stranger or not, I'm like, oh.
In a grocery store,
gentleman.
I don't know. I just feel like, no.
I feel
use your words first.
There'd be a couple people that if they did that, I'd turn around like, well, hey.
I mean,
what are you shopping for? Anyway, sorry. So sorry. Got lost in that fun little fantasy for a second. So what was I saying?
I'm sorry.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, you're right. No. That's not good. Don't just go around touching people in their lower backs. Let's not do that. That's not a thing that we would like to promote. But yeah, what was your second thing?
I mean, it's just
you said
really
first
scary.
of all. Oh yeah, second of all, it's just really
scary.
It is, which does make me think like there is that creep factor of you're in public. What if it was somebody like real quickly, like touching you?
There's nobody around.
And that she does a 180. It takes you a little bit of time to like spin around.
If you're old like us, but people who are writing things on Reddit are like popping off.
I bet there's old people. I wish you all could have seen Erin. She was twisting and turning so fast right there. You're such a dork. You said, whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh. They're so young. They can twist and turn left and right
they can
all
twist.
day long.
They can shout.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, I think that maybe somebody could have done it in a creepy way and quickly got back.
I don't think you can. I just think you overestimate people. I don't think anybody can do that.
I think I underestimate people because
I don't think anybody has the ability to like boop, and then disappear.
Okay, what if you are in one of those shopping centers where they've got like all the clothes in the round racks, and it's somebody inside the round rack, and they reach their hand out and they touch your body, and you turn around and you're like, there's nobody here.
I would check those racks. Are you kidding me?
Would you?
Yes, I would check the racks. If nobody was around.
I don't know that you really would because you think that right now. But imagine yourself in like a vulnerable spot where you're like in public. So you don't want to look like a weirdo. So you're like, oh my gosh, what was that? You do a quick turn. And you're like,
no, I would like,
you're freaked out.
Open those up.
And also, I don't know that I want to find what's in there.
If I was by myself completely, I wouldn't. But there are the cashiers. I can be like, help me.
I don't think that you would. I think that you think you would, but I think that in that moment you'd be like, oh my God, almost like a little embarrassed. Like, was that my imagination? No. And now I look a little weird getting like, what's behind this curtain?
I don't think I could let it go.
What if it was like a small child?
Then I was like, oh my gosh, honey, I'm so glad I opened this up to help you. Yeah, but you don't see
them because like when you're turning, you're looking at like up high. You're not looking down low.
If I am looking for a person, I'm not keeping my head perfectly level on a swivel. I'm looking around. I'm using my peripheral, baby. I'm looking around.
There could be a kid down low.
I would see it.
Who you didn't
I am
see
also down low.
Who didn't see? But this person might not be here. And this is not you talking. This is another person. But a small child could have like patted them on the back or something, thought it was their mom maybe. Reaches up like, oh, that's not my mom, and like scattles away. Scattles? Skedaddles. Scurries. Somehow gets the fuck out of there real fast. Yeah. And then, because like, oh, that's not my mom.
You'd hear it.
To you, every person, every being is the loudest
Everything
makes
in the world. Noise. Everything does.
You are ridiculous.
Maybe everyone has died where you're standing. Everything makes noise.
No, that is not true. This child's like, oh my gosh, that's not my mom. And then like, boom, darts away. And then you're like turning like, what in the world?
Not fast enough. Not fast enough.
They also didn't say like, I whipped around as fast as I could. They were like, I did a 180. Like they could have been like a slow turn of like, what in the world? And they turn.
Because they're not even scared. They're like, oh, sorry.
Look back, and then they're like, well, nobody's there. Hold on, let me look all the way around. And by the time they get all the way to their right, that's a lot of time that passed.
Okay. All right. Let's agree to disagree because I'm never going to agree on this.
No, you're not. And I will not either. So that's fine. But can we agree on this? It goes perfectly with Mindy's story, doesn't it?
It does very well.
Like something touches you and you try to find it.
Yeah. Especially because they're both ghosts. Mm-hmm. And now it's time for our fan favorite.
And now it is time for the one, the only, the lovely Misty.
Aww.
Now, I don't know if you know Misty. Misty is one of my good friends from a long time ago. And I just noticed always on Facebook, commenting, laughing, making some jokes here and there. And then I'm like, I don't know if you really listen. Yeah. I have no idea. But you always show up on Facebook. So I don't know if they're like, this is some weird group that my friend Megan's in. So that's fine. She invited me and here I am.
Yeah.
But I still appreciate the support. Turns out she does listen. Or at least she lied in this and said she did. So I'm like, Misty! Lots of exclamation points because that's Misty. I mean, she's amazing, so you have to say it exactly. Yeah, but it's Misty, so you gotta put a bunch. I don't care who you are. You better put some exclamation points behind her name.
Oh, of course.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to pick you for our fan favorite this week. I'm not even sure if you really listen, but you're always my favorite. Oh, that is true. She just in life is always my favorite. She's so much fun and sweet. And I want to thank you for showing support on our Facebook page, yada, yada, yada. And then, I do listen. I'm more of a binge listener. I listen in spurts rather than consistently. I love your realness. Most of all, so relatable and authentic.
Oh.
So most of all, she loves our realness.
Oh, good. She'll like this episode.
Yeah. Keep it real. Tell you all about our private business that nobody should know about. And then she said, promote. Gosh, I don't know. I love it because I can just hear her saying this.
Yeah.
Gosh, I don't know. Being present while driving, is that too parental?
No,
not
that's a great one.
It is. And then this is scary. She said her kid was T-boned by an uninsured driver.
Oh, no.
She's totally fine, but the last 5 weeks have been a nightmare.
Oh, man.
Her being without a car, body shops are backed up 4 to 6 weeks. Finally, they totaled her car, but shopping in the market is a whole nightmare. So, like if people knew how terrible it was to deal with a wrecked vehicle, they might actually be more present and conscientious behind the wheel. Did you see how I landed conscientious?
It was so good. It was seamless.
I landed it. Sheesh. And then I couldn't get sheesh out. That's the story of my life. Sheesh. Sorry to be a windbag. Not at all. I don't even know what a windbag is.
I feel like full of hot air, but not at all here.
This is not hot air.
No, that's great.
I had to go do test drives at a car lot tonight, so she's just tired. All of this heartache could have been prevented if the other driver was actually driving. Rant over. So sorry you had to read all of that. I'd love to be your fan favorite. Thank you. We are not sorry at all because
no, that's great.
That's definitely a worthy cause.
We can definitely make an effort to be conscious while we're driving. Absolutely.
100%. And hopefully anybody who's listening to this while they're driving, they're like, oh, that's a good.
Yeah.
Do you ever remember back when people would paint their thumbnail? Did you ever hear about that?
No.
So there was a time like right when texting and driving, I mean, it still is. It's a huge problem, but I guess it was kind of it was new. Texting was new. And so people were painting their thumbnails to remind themselves, just like as a visual reminder.
Don't text.
Don't text. And then when they pick up their phone, it was like, oh yeah, I should not be. And it showed, like studies showed it actually worked because it was that visual like.
Oh, I could see that.
Yeah. So maybe everybody paints their thumbnail a bright green color.
I will do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
I don't know about green, but I'll paint it.
Okay, just a color.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Well, thank you very much, Misty.
Yes, thank you, Misty.
Really quick on a side note, because you said I did that flawlessly.
Did I not?
No, you did.
Okay.
I have to tell you, we were watching Top Gun this week with Kevin, who notoriously loves Tom Cruise more than any person should.
Yeah.
And I said, he like smiles real big. Tom Cruise smiles real big. I was like, ooh, look, you can see his weird tooth. And he was like, what are you talking about? I said, he's got a tooth like directly in the middle of a smile, which is weird. Yeah, it's super weird.
Seen it.
Kevin goes, the man does have a flaw. Oh. And he said that so authentically. Like, it was not for a joke.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, honey, you're adorable and weird.
He just really loves
Why do you love him so much? He loves him so much.
Why does he love him so much?
I don't know.
Do you think he has a man crush on him or he wants to be him?
Oh, he does. No, he's in love with Tom Cruise.
Oh, I think so cute.
I think Kevin would leave me for Tom Cruise.
Okay.
Justin Timberlake.
Okay.
Or Peyton Manning.
For sure. I would go definitely Justin Timberlake. I'm out.
Yeah.
The other two I could take him or leave him.
Tom Cruise. I'm telling you, the man does have a flaw. The man has so many flaws, Kevin.
So many flaws.
So many flaws.
He's horrible.
It's like, he doesn't age, Aaron. Look at him. I was like, oh my gosh. So cute. Okay. Anyways.
So cute.
All right. Thank you guys so much for listening this week. Please check out our website, www.myskepticalsister.com, where you can find out our merch situation. You can find out our social medias like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You can find out how to become a Patreon. $3 a week gets you a sticker and extra bonus content. $5 a week gets you all that, plus our monthly movie night. And everybody on our Patreon is getting a holiday card. If you want a holiday card yourself, just make sure you're signed up before, the end of this year. I'll send you one whenever. You can write your stories in from our website, or you can write in at myskepticalsister@gmail.com. You can rate, review, subscribe, and tell your friends and family about us.
Tell them all. Come on.
Check out our weekly TikTok. They've been pretty fun.
They have been fun. I've had fun making them.
Me too. We'll talk to you next week.
Nos vemos.
La 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 la.
I have so much phlegm right now.
Same. Testing.
Testing.
Are we interesting enough? Are we boring?
Enough.
Our underwear talk was funny, but we were cutting it.
I mean, let me listen to it again.
Kim also responded with his address and said, "Are you sure this is really for a card and Megan's not just trying to stalk her Patreons?"
Oh my gosh. I will stalk you just for that, Kim.
That's right.
Really, I would. I would go to Finland and look up Kim. Could you imagine I just show up on his doorstep like, I'm here.
Consider yourself stalked.
Right? Oh, that would be hilarious. He would love it.
That's right. I've recorded hungover before. I'm sure I'll do it again. Do you remember your story you were going to tell her?
No.
Are we ready?
Oh, I thought you meant which story I was going to read. I do now, though.
You remember the story you were going to tell?
No, I don't remember the story I was going to tell. But I do remember which ones I'm going to read.
Okay. Okay.
Whenever you're ready. Not my water. My water's not going to break. my bladder's already weak from all the coughing. Then you made me laugh. I got full body chills. Excuse me. That's what happens when I get chills. How weird. Golly, everybody's getting weird. Jeez. Oh, now I can't find the damn message. So old, I don't know how to sign in my own DM.
Hotel St. Nicholas. Nicholas.
Sure.
It's Nicholas. St. Nicholas. Now.
You just said it's Nichols, and then you went back.
Nicholas.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
Isn't that how you spell Nicholas?
Nicholas, yeah.
Okay.
Do you think people will be looking at me weird at parties now? She's not wearing any underwear.
Weird, or like, hey. I know a secret.
Oh, Whitney, do not call me out in front of everybody. Whitney would.
Oh, yeah, she would.
Whitney doesn't wear underwear either. I don't know that for a fact. I'm just throwing that. Okay. But if anybody didn't.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it more for Whitney than from you, actually.
Right? I know, right? Okay. Sorry, Whitney, to drag you down with me.